the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Let's head over into the drone newsosphere with our buddy Jeff Sills. Let's get another Jeff in here. What's happening, buddy?
Too many Jeffs in one place could cause a black hole.
Yes.
Anyway.
TMJ, too many Jeffs.
All right, so to start things off, the FAA has released or brought out their aeronautical knowledge and safety test for recreational UAS users called Trust. And this test is now available to be taken. It is free. And once you take it, you don't have to take it again. And you can take this at a lot of places. The Academy of Model Aeronautics, Boy Scouts of America, Chippewa Valley, a whole bunch of places are listed on the FAA website where you can take the test.
But it's free.
This is your
free.
UAS safety test.
Yes, it's free. Don't let anybody try to charge you for it because they will. There's going to be some shysters out there.
Yeah.
Okay, but
and the test is not designed to force you or cause you to fail it. And in fact, if anything, when you're taking the test, if you miss a question, it will explain to you why you missed that question and kind of impress upon you to answer it correctly. So it's not something that is out to get you, so to speak, but it is something is there as a training tool to teach new users and new people that are coming into this hobby that we love.
Right,
to be more conscientious and careful about what they do with their drone.
Right, and this is a test that hobbyists take. If you're a Part 107 pilot, you also have to take it if you ever intend on flying recreationally. But that's super subjective because, you know, all you have to do is, well, I'm going to post this on YouTube or whatever. You know, you're always making money. I guarantee nobody, there won't be a precedent. Nobody will ever get in trouble for not taking this test. Their government is just doing their due diligence. Even though, I mean, it just takes a few minutes, so why not? Why not do it? You might learn something.
Yep, you very well. Okay, also an important thing for most people that have Mavic Mini 2s, there's a firmware update that you really are highly recommended to grab that fixes an issue with the battery. The lithium polymer battery is it's one of these smart charging, discharging batteries, and there's an issue with that it needs this particular firmware to be able to detect when it's fully charged. It'll discharge to about 96% when it's been sitting idle for a day, and then it comes down to about 72% of the battery level. After that, over discharge protection kicks in, and this particular fix that you can put in there helps prevent some of the problems that people have had with that battery misreporting its information.
Okay, and there's a helpful DJI video featuring a sexy girl flying a drone, which we see all the time. I mean, it's so commonplace. You always see sexy girls flying drones, right? Yeah. Okay, so here we go.
Best flight experience possible. Make sure you update.
I mean, there's always pretty girls flying drones. We see this all the time, right?
In this video, we will show you how to update.
Yeah. It's so not realistic. I mean, God. I look at my analytics on my YouTube, my drone YouTube channel, and it is a sausage party. I know there's some women out there who are watching because their boyfriends or husbands are making them watch, and maybe they enjoy the show a little bit, but for the most part, it's a stag film. Anyway, back to you in the newsroom.
All right, so next in the news, YouTuber Hunter Kowald has done it again, I guess. He has now been caught on video flying around New York's Times Square on a hoverboard.
Yeah.
People comparing him to the Spider-Man villain, the Green Goblin, etc. I really have a lot of questions and concerns about this activity. First it was LA, and now it's New York City. You know, it's like, we're not allowed to fly there.
Well,
what the hell is he doing there?
I mean, if you're riding it, it's not a drone, right? But it's still an aircraft then, and it's a manned aircraft. So does it fall under manned aircraft rules? I mean, you can call it a hoverboard, but it's not like a skateboard. It's flying, so I don't know. And you know, if that thing landed on anybody, you know, they'd be pureed. And incidentally, vertical video, come on, stop it.
Yeah,
just stop with the vertical video. There's no need for it.
Yeah, I'm not too cool with that, I guess. That's just me.
I guess everybody does vertical video in New York because the buildings are so tall. How am I going to get on them buildings in the shot if I don't hold my camera that way? Honey, it's the big city. Man, don't hold your phone like this. We ain't never gonna get them big buildings. We gotta turn like that. We get the whole way to fire station in there. God, I hate vertical video so much. Back to you. Back to you.
All right. So the Ottawa airport has been working on putting in a drone detection system. And what's amazing is that the success level they've had with this system is pretty outstanding.
It's happened again in the nation's busiest airspace, this time New York's JFK Airport. Just before 5 this afternoon, Delta Flight 407, arriving from Orlando, was preparing to land when it suddenly had a very close call with an unmanned drone just 1,700 feet in the air.
Tower Delta 407. Delta 407? Yeah, about a mile back there was a drone flying just on the southwest side of this abandoned airport here. What altitude would you say that was? I would say from about 100 feet below us, just off our right wing.
Just 100 feet below an aircraft is considered a very close call. Normal separation between an aircraft should be at least 1,000 feet. The tower quickly notified other pilots.
JetBlue 958, use caution, previous arrival. The one that's ahead of you reported the drone at the Floyd Bennett Field over there, so you might see that off your right.
The concern, a drone could cause a serious threat to an inbound plane, potentially striking the windshield or getting sucked into the engine.
The thing that we are most concerned about is avoiding conflicts with other aircraft, particularly in congested airspace, such as we see around New York.
Yeah, the FAA said today this is becoming a very serious problem, with several reports of close calls with drones every day. Hobbyists who fly drones are required to stay at least 5 miles away from airports and below 400 feet. Whoever was flying this drone could face stiff fines for endangering an aircraft and the people on board. It's a federal crime.
Yeah. You know, it hasn't happened yet where a drone was sucked into the engine and then the plane crashed, but God, when that happens, I hope it doesn't. I mean...
Well, I mean, that's an example of one of the situations that, you know, these airports and stuff run into. And, you know, as the particular story that I found on this had talked about, the Ottawa International Airport is using an Indio Robotics aerial armor system. And their system is designed to detect those drones that get within that area. And it uses RF detection and a micro Doppler radar that can scan the 2.4 and 5.8 gigahertz bandwidths that drones commonly use. And it can detect the drones out to 15 kilometers from the airport. And using that, they've been able to kind of head off any drones that come within the area of the airport. In just March of this year, they detected 1,626 flights of drones within that 15-kilometer zone around their airport.
That's great information, but you're just never going to say kilometer correctly, are you?
No!
That's awesome information, but all I heard was kilometer. And I know everybody in Europe is like, ugh.
I don't care.
Kilometer.
No.
Kilometer.
Kilometer.
Anyway. All right.
Next in the news, we have this interesting story about how drones are helping to clean up the world.
My name is Ellie Mackay. I'm the CEO and founder of Ellipsis Earth. We use computer software to map litter. The ocean is, unfortunately, the garbage patch for the rest of the world. 99% of all the plastic that we know enters the ocean goes missing. And that, to me, is an incredible statistic that actually triggered me forming Ellipsis, because I couldn't understand how we can solve the problem if we don't even know where to look. Drones are a game changer. They allow us to survey an entire stretch of coastline in a few minutes. So just this morning, we've been able to survey several miles of this UK coastline, and our software has already identified over 800 different items of trash, the majority of those being plastic trash. Since we did the baseline survey, they have introduced a ban on takeaway containers across all of the islands, as well as plastic bags, and they're looking at introducing potentially a plastics tax as well. What we're focusing on is tracking, mapping and capturing macroplastics, because they will eventually break down into microplastics. So if you collect one plastic bottle, that's 25,000 microplastics potential pieces in the future.
Wow, what a great thing. Another good thing that drones are doing.
And I'm impressed that the drone at the height that they're flying is able to not only see these small targets, but then actually the software maps out, gives a location, so that they can then hand that information off to somebody who can walk the beach and specifically go to those spots, pick up that trash, and not have to waste a lot of time wandering around. It's very efficient.
It's really cool. And I apologize in advance. I have a quick question about the lady in the story. Doesn't have anything to do with the story. What, Baker? What do you want to say, Baker? What do you think I'm going to say?
Is she single?
No, well, I mean, she is cute, but I have a question for our audience in the chat. Is she wearing too many rings? Is that just too many damn rings? I could look at nothing else. I mean, that's just, do people wear rings on that part of their finger? Is that a European thing? Just a thought. Anyway, what, Jeff? What?
The things that you pick out of these videos just never cease to amaze me. I go to so much trouble to find news, find good cognitive news that I can share with people. And what does he focus on?
Yeah.
He's got too many rings.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of damn rings right there. I mean, how long does it take her to get ready in the morning? She got to put like 30 earrings in. We're going to put all my rings. Imagine her at the TSA. Imagine her at the airport. I mean, man, we're going to need you to remove all your jewelry. What? And then she's holding up the line for an hour while she removes all her, you know she got belly button rings. Who knows where the rings stop? All right, I'm done. Back to you. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done thinking about it.
Story about drones.
I know.
Okay.
All right.
Next in the news. Lake Ontario is one of the 5 Great Lakes in North America that offers brilliant diving options.
Yes.
And recently, a New York-based photographer, James Montanus, was flying his drone off a fishing boat. He got this amazing footage.
Oh, wow.
Of a sunken tugboat.
Oh, wow.
Now, he had snorkeled the wreck multiple times, but never have they had the ability to see the wreck as clearly as they were able to pick up with the drone this one time. And it is just amazing, the detail that the drone was able to capture of this particular wreck.
How old is the wreck? It doesn't look that old.
It's a 76 wooden vessel that was built in 1901. It went down in a storm in 1918. It was called the Laura Grace.
It went down in 1918?
1918.
You know my friend Doris, who I flew FPV with?
Yeah.
Who is 103? She was born in 1918. So,
well,
she looks a lot better than that boat. She's holding up a lot better than that boat there. I mean, she's a little weathered, sure, just like the boat, but love you, Doris.
Yeah.
Oh, and Doris doesn't wear 2,000 rings because she's a normal lady. All right. My bad. Back to you. All right. I'll let it go. I gotta let it go.
I'm sorry, Jeff. That will be the rest of your evening right there. Nothing but rings.
I gotta let it go.
I'm prepared.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Okay. So next in the news, well, I don't know if this is really in the news, but this is kind of an exploit. Inventor Richard Browning and his company Gravity Industries recently gave a demonstration of the new Iron Man suit or whatever, and this time they used a Skydio to chase it around.
Oh, neat. What is that thing? Is he on a... Oh, that wasn't a real... I mean, you never know with these guys. The Gravity Industry guy. What a cool job. Is that the coolest job in the whole world right there?
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Imagine going to do your taxes, you know? All right, what's your occupation? Oh, I fly around. Oh, in a plane? No. Just me. But I attach jets to my arms. I'm the jet man. You're like, okay, we'll come back. We'll do your taxes when you're not drunk. But wow.
It's fantastic.
It looks fun, doesn't it? Oh, there's a jet lady, too. They make her take off her rings when she does this?
Oh my God, let's move to the next story.
No! Sorry. Jeff Baker, would you do that?
I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I would probably die, but I would do that in a heartbeat.
But it takes a lot of upper body strength, doesn't it, to hold the jets?
Yeah, practice.
Yeah, they had a video where they invited a bunch of people to come and fly that suit, and they had to go through a training regimen, and they had them up on a platform, and they were trying to teach them how to balance themselves. Every single one of them was having difficulty trying, as you say, to keep your arms in position and be able to hold yourself in that spot. It is definitely not easy.
Yeah, and you can't be someone whose shoulder gets dislocated easily either. Right?
Yeah. No.
Oh hell! Oh. Yeah.
All right, so the next story was actually something I was kind of surprised to see and was really interested in. Cuba is obviously under economic sanctions, and you wouldn't sit there and think that Cuba being under economic sanctions would impact something as small as a drone, but apparently it does. And these guys have been building drones in Cuba using scrap metal plastics and wood that they've taken from nearby forests and making their own drones.
Wow.
Usamos botellas de agua de este tipo, vacías, pero de 5 litros en este caso porque es más grande. Se utiliza el molde, se introduce dentro del pomo y se da calor con una pistola de calor y ya el molde, el plástico agarra la forma de la cubierta.
How resourceful of them to do that.
Yeah, truly amazing stuff.
Huh.
And you wouldn't you would sit there and take it out of context. You would sit there and think that they would have access to be able to finding that electronics and stuff, and then they're not. And it's amazing what they've been able to accomplish.
Una vocación muy alta, pero además está incursionando en una actividad que tiene mucho potencial para la economía de cualquier país.
Wow, that's really, really cool. Good for them.
Yeah, fantastic stuff, and I look forward to seeing, hopefully in the future, more videos from them, some of the creative stuff they make.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Ken,
yeah,
as always, you want FPV. I find FPV. I bring you FPV. But this FPV is special because this FPV is all filmed in one shot.
Okay, I like those.
Knock yourself out.
Okay, well, tell me about it. What's going on here?
This is the member Reese Wallace who's filming. He does the bicycling, downhill racing, etc. And the drone pilot's Calvin Huth, who is filming him, and they nailed this particular attempt. They tried 40 tries to get this single shot all the way down the hill without crashes, etc. And they crashed a lot. But this was the end result of 40 attempts to get this absolutely amazing footage.
Is it crazy me to think that I could do that? Not the bike part, but the quad part? Again, my confidence level is way in front of my skill level. Which is why, there's a lot of broken carbon fiber in my house. Yeah, I look at stuff like that, yeah, I can do it. Or at least I'll try the hell out of, doing it. But
yeah, it's one of those things that it would be worth giving it a shot. And I think Ken, that if you ever have the opportunity, find somebody that has a bike or can do something along those lines, by all means do it. I mean, you followed a drift car with your drone, so
yeah, and I was able to do that, and I've done it a few times now. But you see, there's the whole car part that surrounds the soft target. You know what I mean? So these motocross guys and the bicycle guys, they put a lot of trust in the guy following with the blender. So
the motocross guys are wearing armor. They've got chest pads and stuff like that. So I think you'll be all right.
There's little fleshy bits sticking out that you could still lop off. Anyway, I'll try it one day. Hey, if there's anybody watching, that wants to let me try it for the first time, let me know. Hey, email me here. I'll absolutely do it. It's and you would know that it's my first time because I would tell you. It's not like doctors, if you want to be a surgeon, you become a surgeon. There's that day where You're doing surgery on a real person for the first time. Do you tell that person it's your first time? No. You know, like, hey, I'm your doctor. I'll be performing surgery. Oh, it's my first time. I thought I'd give it a go. What do you think? We still on? No, do they ever tell them? That should be a law where they have to tell you it's their first time. Right? And you can be like, maybe I'll go with Oldie McGee back there. You know, no offense. But anyway.
All right. So recently on one of the Reddit subgroups, somebody posted a picture or a video of a person flying an exceptionally large drone in their backyard, and they were riding it. And it caused a huge storm of social media posts all over the place. It comes to find out that this is not something new. This was actually footage taken from back in 2019 of a Swedish engineer, Axel Borg, who created a flying chair. And apparently, you know, one of the things you got to watch out for is the internet's just going to sneak back around and catch you.
Yeah, I contacted him, and he let us play that video of his chair back in whenever it came out. It was very nice of him. Yeah, super nice guy.
Yep. So he popped back up on the internet again.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, you never know,
news.
Jeff. You never know when old stuff like that will just come back to bite you, because you put something out on the internet and it's there forever. I mean, you just never know. It could happen anytime. It could happen right now. In fact, I mean, you never know when something when you put it out on the woo. This is for the ladies. Yes, Jeff. I tell you, this is how we get the subscribers. This is where all the new members are coming from. All the ladies. Yeah.
Jeff Baker, never, ever, for any reason whatsoever, agree in any format. I don't care what it is, video, still photographs, pixelated anything. Never give this man any footage of you that you don't want to be seen on the internet with.
Typically, I keep all that stuff at the house and not on the internet.
The rule of thumb. I don't know if did you get the over 40 rule book when you hit 40? Did you get that rule book? The rule book is never send any pictures of your nipples to anyone when you're over 40. I got that book around here somewhere, but it's probably underneath my over 50 book.
I have that book.
Back to you in the newsroom.
All right. So last in the news, this is in regards to the eVTOL racing. The Alauda aircraft, aeronautics EXA Mk3 is being tested in southern Australia. And this is an aircraft that is going to be part of the flying race car series, the Airspeeder series.
Yes, and I have
absolutely serious about building a racing series around these drones.
And they have a completely, totally realistic promo video featuring a super hot model girl that's totally flying this thing for sure. And I'm going to share that with you now. Here she is. I'm sure this very person is actually...
This is the future of racing.
Flying this thing. Now, if she's a professional pilot, I apologize.
Flying machines merge at the digital.
But I'm thinking maybe it's just a gimmick. That lady is not flying that thing. If she is, I would like to offer a proposal to her. If you find people over 50 sexy,
this is EXA.
Give me a call.
Airspeeder's first flying car racing series.
Yeah! That does look fun.
It does look fun, and I mean, I remember when the first ones came out, we were kind of like, are they really going to try to do that? And yes, they are absolutely really going to try to do that.
And do you think, your thoughts, gentlemen, do you think that lady was actually flying it? Or is that... No, of course not. Listen, what are people in the chat saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
They know
I mean, if you put some dude in there who looks all, svelte and everything, it's kind of like, oh, yeah, okay, that's great. But you put a hot chick in there and you get like 500 extra thousand views.
That's right. I was actually thinking of hiring like a Hooters girl to be a co-host one night. No, nothing against you, Jeff Baker, because you're sexy as hell. But I was just thinking, like, a Hooters girl in a bikini co-hosting. Would you guys like that? Let me know in the chat. Would you like that? I mean, it doesn't compare to, but
no,
yeah,
it doesn't.
Mileage.
Yeah.
Just mileage.
Oh yeah. I actually have T-shirts with this on it. Available on I do on Teespring.
No, he doesn't.
Links in the description. I think.
No, he doesn't.
Jeff, do you know how many of those I sold?
I don't want to know how many of those things
Two.
are out in the world.
2. There's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jeff, thank you so much, and I'll let you get back to whatever it was you were doing before you were doing this.
Finding more news.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
We should probably mention RemotePilot101.com. Isn't it a great place?
Great place.
It is a great place. Tell us about your place, Jason.
So, Remote Pilot 101, no one has prepared more Part 107 pilots than us. And you'll be pleased, those of you who are current customers now, you're going to be experiencing version 3 and a brand new learning management system in about 2 weeks. So the best just keeps on getting better. RemotePilot101.com. Use promo code Heron18, which, by the way, Ken, I can't brag on you enough. When we search promo codes, you know me, I'm all about our marketing and everything else. Heron18 is the most used promo code. Your people listen to you, Ken.
Yay, thank
Seriously.
you, people. I appreciate that.